I know.
That was getting pretty fast.
Good evening. Welcome and bienvenidos to Live Oak High School's commencement for the class of 2007. Please remain standing for the flag salute, which will be led by Michelle Wallace, ASB President, and followed by the singing of the national anthem by Ms. Michelle Abbey.
Ready, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare above bursting in air came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You can have a seat now. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle and Rochelle. Again, welcome to this evening's ceremonies. I'm Nick Bowden, principal of Live Oak High School, and it is my honor to be here this evening to celebrate the graduation of the fine students that you see before you, the class of 2007. They have worked tirelessly with your support, that of their teachers and staff, of family and friends, to reach this not so little moment in their lives. Demosthenes, the Greek orator and politician, said, "Small opportunities are often the beginning of great enterprises." Well, he must have been thinking about the class of 2007 and their theme for tonight. For it is in these small moments of their everyday experience that they are able to build the lasting monument of their lives. The joys of those small moments will enrich their lives and those of their loved ones, and they must be certain to cherish the power of those small opportunities that present themselves at the oddest and the least expected of times. The seniors begin tonight with a celebration of this little moment in their lives with those who love and support them. Congratulations to each and every one of you, the class of 2007. I would like to introduce the guests on our stage this evening. From the Morgan Hill Unified School District Board of Education, we have with us Mr. Peter Mandel, Board President. Board members, Mr. Mike Hickey, Ms. Shelley Thomas, Ms. Kathy Sullivan, Mr. Bart Fisher, and Mr. Don Moody. And we are also pleased to have with us District Superintendent, Dr. Alan Nishino. And it is my pleasure now to welcome Dr. Nishino to the podium for a few words to the class of 2007.
Thank you, Mr. Bowden. Mr. Bowden gave me 2 minutes. I said I need 3. I got 3 over at Sobrato, so I want to take 3. Speech is going to sort of be 3 parts. One's a little story, one's a poem that some of you have heard before, but I have to rejuvenate myself at every graduation. And the third is to speak a little bit about Mr. Bowden and the staff, classified and certificated. You know, the shortest graduation speech, ceremony speech on record was done in Cambridge, England, when they invited Winston Churchill to do the commencement speech. So he's there and everybody's excited. So the bleachers, everything was very full. It was time for him to do his commencement speech, and he walks up to the podium and he says, "Never give up." And then he sits down. And then everybody in the audience, they said, we came all the way here to hear him just say that. So the chancellor goes over and says, "Can you just say a few more things? Can you just, a little bit embellish upon that?" So Churchill stands up, comes to the podium and says, "Never, never give up." He sits back down. And I think that is really an important thing to really understand for our graduates, is that most people are successful. The most people are successful are those that never, never give up. They persevere through all kinds of adversarial positions. I have a poem I'm going to read, and I do read this at every graduation, and it does rejuvenate me a little bit. So hopefully all of you have not heard it before. It's called "In Which House Do You Live?" "I got 2 ways," the small boy cried. His voice was filled with glee. His father very bluntly asked, "Why didn't you get 3? "Mom, I've got the dishes done," the girl called from the door. Her mother very calmly said, "And did you sweep the floor?" "I have mowed the grass," the tall boy said, "and put the mower away." His father asked him with a shrug, "Did you clean off the clay?" The children in the house next door seemed happy and content. The same thing happened over there, but this is how it went. "I got 2 A's," the small boy cried. His voice was filled with glee. His father proudly said, "That's great, I'm glad you live with me." "Mom, I've got the dishes done," the girl called from the door. Her mother smiled and softly said, "Each day I love you more." "I mowed the grass," the tall boy said, "and put the mower away." His father answered with much joy, "You've made my happy day." Children deserve a little praise for tasks they've been asked to do. If they're to lead a happy life, so much depends on you. And I'm hoping that our graduates understand that as they become parents and they're sitting where you're sitting and they remember these a few words. And I've been asked at the other graduations, if you really want the poem, because I think it's wonderful, then you can call my secretary up. She doesn't know that, so call her up and then I'll send a letter, get the address. But it's really made a difference in my life, and hopefully it will in everybody else's life. Yeah, that made a big difference in my life too. Okay, so thank you very much, and have a great graduation.
Thank you, Dr. Nishino. I'd like to now welcome Wendy Placencia to the podium, who will do a welcome to our Spanish-speaking families.
Buenas tardes. El 8 de junio de 2007 es un día que lo que pareció tomaría para siempre pasó volando. Recordando nuestros años fáciles en la escuela primaria y secundaria, solo nos han preparado para algo mucho más grande y mejor. Estos pasados 4 años han sido una experiencia de ambos buenos y malos. Para algunos fue difícil viniendo de otros países y apenas aprendiendo otro idioma. Pero parándonos hoy aquí, antes de ustedes, todos nosotros hemos mostrado la determinación. Esto es el fin, pero al mismo tiempo es solo el principio. Cuando nosotros nos vamos y continuamos a alcanzar nuestras metas y sueños, que sabíamos que es hoy cuando nuestro futuro empieza. Todos tenemos tantas puertas de oportunidades abiertas. Ahora nomás es escoger qué futuro nosotros queremos. Si es el médico, abogado, ingeniero, maestro o algo más que nosotros nos vemos siguiendo en la vida. La vida es como subiendo una escalera. Se toma un paso para arriba a su propio tiempo. Ahora hemos tomado un paso muy grande. Muchos de nosotros crecimos juntos desde niños y hoy es el día que muchos de nosotros nos separamos, recordando nuestros últimos veranos juntos y guardando las memorias y los amigos verdaderos que tenemos cerca de nuestros corazones. Y sobre todo para nuestros padres, que han sido nuestros admiradores más grandes y nos han sostenido para los pasados 18 años de nuestra vida y que continuarán a estar por nuestros lados sabiendo que nosotros vamos a cumplir nuestros sueños y salir adelante. Les voy a dejar con un dicho que yo creo ha representado todo que esta clase se ha esforzado. Pedí fuerza y Dios me dio dificultades para hacerme fuerte. Pedí prosperidad y Dios me dio cerebro y músculos para trabajar. Aquí, antes de ustedes, representando el verde y el oro, la clase de 2007, aquí empieza nuestro futuro. Gracias.
Gracias. It's now my pleasure again to introduce ASB President Michelle Wallace, along with Sabrina Lacorte, Audra Sebastian, and Ashan Sakamian.
Someone once said, yesterday is the past, tomorrow is the future, but today is a gift. And that's why they call it the present. We all had to start somewhere, and most of us can still remember our first day of kindergarten up until this moment and all the little wonders in between. It was in elementary school where we created the friendships that made it through thick and thin and learned life lessons that not until now we truly understand. When we still had recess and winning the kickball tournament was the highlight of our day, when being in the cafeteria, eating our meal lunches, or taking out our favorite action hero lunchbox was the way to go. And when one teacher taught every subject, and we were all yellow bus riders. Our 6th grade promotion was the happiest day of our lives so far, but little did we know what was still to come.
The twists and turns of fate brought us to middle school with endless dreams and fears for what we were about to experience for the next 3 years. It was in middle school where we developed the characteristics that help build who we are today. This new experience strengthened our old friendships and inspired new ones. Monday's gossip was all about what transpired Friday night at the movie theater and what movies were coming out the following week. Of course, middle school would be nothing without all those booty-shaking dances where we could only dream about our high school prom one day. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Middle school was our first step into maturing adults and our final stage of true childhood.
You know, we should consider ourselves lucky because we entered high school with a class underneath us, so all those silly little insults just rolled right off our shoulders. Whoever first said high school is the best time of your life was not lying. and I guess we really were not prepared for it to fly by in the blink of an eye. As we stand here on our graduation day, we think about all the rallies we attended, all the homecoming spirit weeks, and our rivalries, starting with Gilroy and ending with Sobrato. We've impatiently been waiting for this day to come, and now that it's finally here, it is safe to say that each and every one of us is excited, yet at the same time worried for the unknowns we are about to face. The memories we made in high school are unforgettable and will always be cherished in our hearts.
As we all leave for college, we are finally free to be who we truly want to be. We can test the waters and assume any identity we want. We can join the clubs or play the sports we always wanted to in high school, but were afraid to. So take the underwater basket weaving class if it's what you really want to do, and I'm sure you'll meet some amazing people. But don't get too wrapped up in the freedom of being whoever you want to be that you forget who you truly are. Remember the people who've affected your life in one way or another. We truly take our parents for granted, not thanking them every step of the way. They are the people who've made us who we are today, and hopefully as we become young adults, we'll start to appreciate our parents more. Class of 2007, we standing here have complete and utter faith that we will all leave Live Oak and go on to do remarkable things. Knowing all of you has changed our lives for the better, and we thank you for all the smiles and the laughs.
To accomplish great things,
We must not only act, but also dream.
Not only plan, but also believe.
It's our time to shine, so let's go on and take on the world.
It's waiting.
Thank you, ladies. It is indeed time for the class of 2007 to dream and believe. The class of 2007 salutatorian is Miss Janet Lee. Janet has maintained an academic GPA of 4.42, has been active in track, field hockey, soccer, and mock trial. She's an advanced placement scholar with honors on the superintendent's list and is a scholar athlete. Please welcome a salutatorian, Janet Lee.
Greetings, fellow graduating buddies. I'm talking about you, Michelle Danner, students, parents, teachers, and staff. And I can't forget the awesome members of the community who have decided to share in the honor of graduating Live Oak's senior class of 2007. Thank you for sharing in this very special moment. When I stand up here before you, I can only think about how far we've come. It seems like only yesterday that we were carefree and thought that guys had cooties. We've gone through our lives making choices. We've made choices in what to believe or what to do. Every choice we make is a sign of who we are. We choose who we are, whether we choose to be moral, immoral, shine, or fall apart. Every day we have made choices. Students today have made a choice to graduate, and that says a lot about themselves. When I think of Live Oak, I think of the smiling faces behind me and a lot of people in the crowd in front of me. For me, high school is about the relations and the connections you make with people. In light of that, I just wanted to take a moment to thank a couple of people who changed my life. So you guys can cue the music if I start droning on. My parents who supported me the whole way through, to my friends and teammates who kept me from falling apart, to my coaches, especially Coach Mike Sullivan and Coach Rory Cananan, you guys were always there for me. And to my boyfriend, who's the one person that I can lean on. Happy 6 months. For some reason, people think that being number 2 in your class means you're supposed to know something mythical and magical about life. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not true. I know a couple of things, but that stuff isn't under lock and key guarded by guys with M16s. Commitment, hard work, and a positive attitude will get you a lot of places, but there isn't a book that taught me that. It was a lot of try, and try again. And then if that fails, well, you try again. And there's literally a lot of falling on my face, getting back up, and trying again. And if you don't believe me, you can talk to my coaches. But in life, nothing is easy. Everything worthwhile is difficult. The only things worth having are the ones that come in the currency of blood, sweat, and tears. When things get tough, you have to face adversity with more heart, more courage, and more of yourself. Things have to be hard, or else there wouldn't be anything to brag about to your friends. You have to work hard and be happy about what you're doing. Hard work will get you all the things you want in life. Talent will get you to the top, but hard work's gonna keep you there. Some people crumble under pressure, while others rise above. What kind of person are you gonna be? All people are ordinary, but it's the circumstances that make them extraordinary. My entire life, I've heard two things. If you work hard and believe in yourself, everything will work out. There are things in our lives that we can't control or change, or else we could all win the lotto and none of us would feel pain. But life doesn't work that way. That's why you have to keep believing that everything's gonna be okay. And you have to live life, and you have to do it without regrets or worries. We're starting a new chunk of our lives. We're no longer toddling around, scribbling with crayons. We appear professional in our classy robes decked to the nines, but the reality is we're children again. We're children in the big world of adults. Adults know the nuances and experiences, and they understand the test of time, but not us. As graduates, we're noobs. Sure, we learned a couple of things in high school, but for the most part, this is it. It's a whole new world for us, but despite that, we can't just grow up. When people grow up too quickly, they forget it's the simple things like a kiss on a cheek, a smile for a good job, or just being there are the things that really matter. It isn't the car you drive or the cost of the shoes that measure a man, but it's the heart of the man in the car sporting the shoes. We can't lose touch with who we are and what we stand for. Things will always be harder when you set yourself to a higher standard, so believe in yourself and shoot for the sky. There's no limit for your dreams and hopes. Even though we're going our separate ways, things are gonna be okay. That's the way it is, even when you're a little nuts. So far, I've cracked a couple of jokes, made a few references to the past, and tried to impart a life lesson. Well, according to Google, that means my speech is done. And I just wanted to let you know, Live Oak is a great place, and I'll never forget it. And one last thing, I might not be the best poet, but I know this rhymes. Class of 2007 rocks my socks.
Thank you, Janet. I now ask that you welcome to the stage Mr. Andrew Wisniewski. Andrew has maintained an academic GPA of 4.46. He has been involved in a myriad of clubs and organizations, including CSF, FBLA, tennis, and the California Youth Symphony. He is actively involved in the community and has volunteered at the Veteran Affairs Medical Center in San Francisco, the Cardiothoracic Surgery Cellular Research Laboratory, and the Transitional Care Unit. It is no surprise that he's planning on attending Johns Hopkins University in the fall to pursue a career in medicine. I'm pleased to introduce to you the valedictorian for the class of 2007, Mr. Andrew Wisniewski.
Good evening, Principal Bowden, Stephen Garber, administrators and faculty, parents, distinguished guests, and fellow graduates. We are summoned to this honored and historic ceremony to witness more than the acts of one student addressing the class. Celebrate everyone standing before you, for today signifies an end as well as beginning, and signifies renewal as well as change. We have endured, toiled, and persevered for many years, put forth our best efforts, and burned many candles to put us where we are today. It is no accomplishment to be held in small esteem. Live Oak High School has not merely been an institution of education to us. It has been a place for us to mature and become young adults, learn valuable skills in life, and develop friends whom we will cherish forever. We are lucky to have been harbored by teachers who cared for our futures, went out of their way to meet our needs, and were nice enough to be friends to us, as well as educators. Not a single one of us would be here without our parents or guardians who have raised, fed, and nurtured us. Their enduring support and unconditional love has proven worthwhile and shown its favorable results. As a famous leader once stated, "People of the world, be courageous and dare to fight, defy difficulties to advance upon your goals. Then the whole world will belong to the people." The world is presenting itself to us, and for once, we can take advantage of all the opportunities that come our way, unhindered by outside forces. The world is for our taking now. Do not let a single seed go unsowed or a single match go unlit. You young people, full of vigor and vitality, are in the bloom of life, so let's let the world belong to us. One thing that is apparent in all of us here today is the great magnitude of personal change which we have all undergone. Over the course of high school, we have acquired a new view on life. We have tried new styles and fashions. We have challenged and helped each other in sports and academics. We have acquired the capability to make important decisions in our lives now. And it's even more memorable to have undergone all these experiences with the companionship and guidance from our friends. Thanks to my friends, I've seen the aspects of life worth living for beyond the grades, and I sincerely appreciate them for that. Let us not forget to enjoy life to the fullest, and not become too indulged too soon in the solemn pursuits so characteristic of adulthood, in which we will spend the rest of our lives. No matter what our future holds, we will certainly all be rich with the memories of the times we have spent together as students and friends. Finally, whether you are citizens of Morgan Hill or citizens of the world, ask of us here the same high standards of strength and sacrifice which we have always upheld. Let us make the right choices in our lives, and let history be the final judge of our deeds. Let us go forth to lead the land we love, and remember that from here on, our perspective through the lens of life will change once again. Let us focus the sun's rays and ignite the passion within, which will allow us to capture our purpose and steam towards that place we all want to be. I bid you farewell and pledge my best wishes towards your future endeavors. I know I do not stand alone while expressing my feelings of excitement for the future, balanced equally by the sorrow from all of us taking our separate ways. Your teachers, relatives, friends, and parents are surely proud of you. I am proud of you. Before I conclude, I would like to recite a brief poem. Will MCME please join me at the podium? The name's MC, and I rock the telly. I'm half Joe Camel and a third Pond Billy. I'm the kung fu bitch who got the city. I'm a rapper, you cool-eyed kitty. Thank you, class of 2000.
There's no talent in the class of 2007. And finally, I'd like to introduce Sabrina Lacorte and Talia Reyes-Ortiz, who will now make the presentation of the class and gifts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sabrina Lacorte, and I am the senior class president.
And I'm Talia Reyes-Ortiz, and I'm the senior class vice president. We are here to present the senior gift for the class of 2007.
This summer, some volunteers from the 2007 graduating class are going to help revitalize and refurbish the announcing booth and ticket box at the stadium.
We feel that this should become a new tradition here at Live Oak. Not only donating material goods back to the school, but also donating time and effort to the place that we have matured to becoming young adults.
We feel this contribution will not only enhance the school, it will also benefit the community.
One of our major sources of pride and spirit in Morgan Hill come from the football games and other sporting events held here at Live Oak. So we like to give back to these programs.
It has been a wonderful experience, and congratulations to the class of 2007.
We finally did it. Happy birthday, Leah!
On behalf of Live Oak High School, the class of 2007, thank you for your generous gift. You're welcome. I think it's about time. Mr. Mandel, as principal of Live Oak High School, I certify that these students have met and fulfilled all requirements as determined by the Morgan Hill Unified School District Board of Education and are eligible for graduation. Please prepare for the distribution of diplomas. Lines.
Afshan Shakamian.
Eric Seiji Matsumoto.
Mina Ying Chan.
Shayla Sunil Patel.
Katerina Sinkova.
Melissa Wayun Poon.
Michelle Elizabeth Danner.
Ignacio Salas.
Kenneth Ian Dujardin.
Jennifer Rihanna Simmons.
Kyle Raymond Dutra.
Rebecca Elizabeth Webb.
Matthew Robert Ellis.
Connor Francis Frederick Williamson.
Kyle Robert Fast.
Sarah Marie Weislogel.
Danielle Renee Fusco.
Sabrina Marie LaCourte.
Michelle Margaret Gallione.
Wendy Yereni Plasencia.
Sarah Kathleen Goodyear.
Talia Celeste Reyes Ortiz.
Vincent John Masaru Hatakeyama.
Audra Eve Sebastian.
Brittany Loren Helvey.
Michelle Ann Wallace.
Ariana Ashley Hosseini.
Alejandro Salas San Juan.
Joelle Hannah Jenkins.
Michelle Lynn Zukowski. Kevin Wayne Abbott.
Acacia Marley Brown Corbel.
Alyssa Joy O. Abardo.
Jacqueline Candace Kabatic.
Ashley R. Abraham.
Brittany Marie Campy.
Michael William Aceto.
Christina Ashley Carapina.
Scott William Alexander.
Johnny Cardenas.
Teresa Jane Alonji.
Chelsea Danielle Carrillo.
Caroline Amaya.
Stephanie Christine Carrillo.
Natalie Marie Anninger.
Brianna Kelly Caesar.
Augie Atalano.
Nayeli Seha.
Lev Dmitry Balkan.
Kyle Saying Chak.
Derek Wayne Bankston.
Katrina Nicole Chernoff.
Brenda Digby Banuelos.
Mark Christian.
Israel Banuelos Jr.
Alicia Marie Clavet.
Jasmine Feliciana Barba.
Nicholas Lowell Cobain.
Christopher Allen Barber.
Shay Lena Collins.
Jeffrey James Bedell.
James Conti.
Sebastian Bedoya.
Aldo Corral.
Leah Elizabeth Bernardine.
Kyle Edward Corzin.
Rachel Brittany Biaggi.
Daniel Joseph Costa.
Travis Mitchell Blanchard.
Brian Thomas Costello.
Michelle Lynn Glenn.
Gabriela Cruz.
Ashley Nicole Bloom.
Matthew Ryan Daly.
Alan Michael Burton.
Tyler James Damron.
Diane Eaton Briones.
James Solomon David.
Jessica Catherine Davis. Amber Michelle Guys. Scott Richard Dean. Edward Gomez. Catherine Renee Delman. Josephine Marie Gonzalez. Brandy Bell Diaz. Kevin Kent Gonzalez. Miss Samantha Macias Diaz. Luis Gonzalez. Esteban Elatorio Dominguez. Gabrielle Felicia Guerrero. Lorenzo Jesus Dominguez Jr. Megan Virginia Bua. Juliet Francis Dowler. Trisha Gallard. Miss Marissa Elizabeth Duarte. My son, Mitchell Allen, also. Diego Sabino Esquivel. Michael Brian Hendrickson. John Paul Estrada. Diego Alfredo Hernandez. Rochelle Elise Farnese. Eduardo Cesar Hernandez. Brian Daniel Falk. Haley Ray Hodges. Marie Rose Fernandez. Brendan James Hughes. Sherilyn Renee Fitch. Kinsey Ray Ibsen. Amanda Christine Forestieri. Brandon LaRose Jandrew. Stephen Thomas Garber. Luis Jimenez. Robert Leon Garcia. Erica Monique Garza.
Timothy Manzano.
Mark William Johansson.
Ryan Jonathan Nares.
Elizabeth Christina Johnson.
Sarah Renee Martin.
James Tierley Johnson.
Samuel L. Martinez.
Brett Carl Jones.
Jessica Ruth Lauren Matz.
Victor Anthony Collada.
Matisse Jean McClellan.
Nicole Nair Kinishida.
Kelly Lynn McDonald.
Daniel Preston Chris.
Destiny Ann McDuff.
Trenton Christopher Laporte.
Michael Curtis McHenry.
Christoph Lopper.
Shauna Lynn McEwen.
Raymond Leon.
Maria Bernadette Meehan.
Joshua Charles Levy.
Luis Melendrez.
Glenna Nicole Lewis.
Jennifer Nicole Mendez.
Jennifer Nicole Lima.
Megan Carol Merritt.
Laura Lira.
Jamie Marie Mesa.
Vanessa Elizabeth Lyle.
Thomas Michael Method Jr.
Con Leo.
Joshua Jamin Metzger.
Alyssa Alexandra Lopez.
Ryan Emil Monarch.
Areli Lopez Ibarra.
Jessica Monique Moore.
Nestor Luis Lopez.
Erin Michelle Norred.
Huey Mack.
Jeffrey Allen Montier. Kirsten Lene Muting.
Neil Momorel.
Evan Gary Bump.
Sylvia Lauren Macias. Yesenia Ponce.
Robert Daniel Neal.
Shermaine Pushnajab.
Christopher Jordan Nichols.
Patrick Joseph Powers.
Zachary Pennington Niehaus.
Jonathan Andrew Pusateri.
Cynthia Marie Nonnenmacher.
Cesar Quinones.
Arturo Ruben Nuno.
Marie Antoinette Ramirez.
Ryan Michael O'Rourke.
Brian Keith Ramsdale.
Brittany Leah Bondage.
Kyle Arthur Roars.
Grace William Oswald.
Alyssa Nicole Rieger.
Brendan Hector Palomo.
Alyssa Derek James Renaro.
Roma Otorio Parhad.
Jallard Akeem Robinson.
Brian Tyler Parks.
Ruben Michael Robles.
Kristen Lynn Parrish.
Angelina Maria Rodriguez.
Kevin Kenneth Parsons.
Ashley Crystal Rojas.
Cameron James Peachy.
Kelly Rudolph.
Jesse Francisco Palayo.
Stephanie Reese.
Cassandra Rosalina Pena.
Ramon Sainz.
Cesar Perez.
Donaldo Salas.
Chance Perry.
Cynthia Michelle Sanchez.
Jacob Isaac Persing.
Lucero Sanchez.
Paulina Maria Pinheiro.
Nevin Serena.
Garrett Arnold Itzenberger.
Ivana Saro.
Ariadna Placentia.
Matthew Stephen Schreiber.
Sarah Elizabeth Hocus. Ryan Christopher Trudell.
Alexis Bernadette Savides.
Roxanne Amanda Trujillo.
Laura Shohei Show.
Thomas James Troll.
Stacy Marie Silva.
Adrian Vasquez.
Sean Simonson.
Michael Anthony Vasquez.
Michael Joseph Sorcy.
Justin Dale Villa.
Uriel Soria Lopez.
Anna Viorel. Kimberly Ann Spencer. Philip Baum. Sheldon Stainhouse. Ramon Jamal Watkins Jr. Krista Shay Stevens. Sarah Elizabeth Whitling. Allison Stokes. Catherine Margaret Wicker. Gerald Lee Stout. Joshua Stephen Wilkins III. Kevin Matthew Strongen. Mark Stephen Williams. Danielle Marie Summers. Cameron Cole Willis. Blaine Bo Sutton. Kayla Ann Wood. Taylor Marie Sutton. Joseph Woodworth. Amelia Taryn. Christina Renee Wright. Christine Alisa Tellez. Evan Youngstrom. Ashley Violet Thomas. Raphael Uriar Jr. Alex Amir Torshizi. Tarina Zafar. Geraldine Toscano. Christina Zamora. Dustin John Toto. Miguel Zapien. And Robert John Zarubi.
Now that we are all back in place, or at least some semblance thereof, graduates, we have one more activity for you this evening. So class of 2007, if you'll please stand. As a symbol of this little moment in your lives and of your graduation from Live Oak High School, please move your tassels from left to right. good night, and be safe. And thank you for celebrating with us tonight.
There's a walk through
Not too close.
Oh my god! Josh Levy got so strong, like... Right there. Give it a week, dog! I want to take a picture of Robert! Where? Yeah.